welcome. I'm glad you could find the time to join the flight. And let's start by investigating what we have here at Meadows Field Airport. Because we are located here, if I switch to the simulator, you can immediately see that the visibility is not that great. But then we have like two questions. Is it legal to fly and like under VFR? And the second question, is it smart to fly VFR, right? So there are like two questions that we need to answer. First one is it legal? And let's load the latest one. Obviously this situation might be different because this is like 40 minutes old. But seeing that, is it legal to fly VFR out of this? And why not, or why yes?
I guess I think it's a Class Delta airport, is it?
It is.
Which we would need pre-statute miles visibility. We have 5. And we have no cloud layer, so I guess it would be legal to go VFR.
And the second question, is it smart?
I would probably wait 3 hours for it to clear up. It's supposed to clear up in a few hours. So right now it's probably not smart.
Okay, I can see in TAF at least it doesn't really promise any clearing up.
Depends on the Meteor Blue says it will clear
Yeah,
up at,
yeah.
I don't know, it depends on the model.
Yeah, exactly. So it is legal, and we can go to actually check, what's, for example, let's do the ceiling and visibility. And we can see some warning IFR. Ceiling below 010, visibility below 3 statute miles, and then we have fog and mist, right? Predicted all the way up till the 21 Zulu, or it's valid 21 Zulu. The current conditions here are still VFR, and knowing if we are going here, we might be able to get away, or at least if we are able to, take off and head east, it should be clear here, right? Even, when I go forward. So it's basically here on the west side of the mountains that we have the problem, mainly slightly north of us. If I go to observations, okay, you can see basically that these airports are IFR already, like all of them. But here, we are still good enough to depart, and there, it's, it's already no factor, right? So it's not that far. So under these circumstances, and if you have a little bit of kind of experience, I don't believe it would be overly dangerous to fly. But obviously, it might be below, the personal minima. I can tell you from my real-life experience that I believe I flew in such a weather in like 5 statute miles visibility once, and that was just to land, from that trip that I had to cancel. And it's really no fun, to be honest. You cannot see that far, and even though it was still legal, I really didn't feel comfortable, right? So today we are going to fly because we want to see what it looks like. I cannot promise you that it would be represented 100% correctly in the sim, but then there will be some degradation of the visibility. So that would be my assessment of this. Now, where are we going? Obviously not here to the north.
Yeah.
So any tips?
Go to Lone Pine.
Lone
Oscar
Pine.
26.
Okay, that's this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about Eugene?
Yeah, that's exactly the same one I picked out.
Okay, it's exactly the same as I picked out. Did you have another idea, Suresh?
No,
Oh.
I'm just looking. So no, I'll go with
All
what
right.
the group.
Then it's decided.
What
So,
is 026?
so who's gonna want? Who wants to do the route planning today? There is anyone?
The route planning. Yeah, give me a second. I guess I can do the route planning if you want a really bad route.
Ah, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to share screen. Give me a minute. Share screen, here it is. Easier than expected. Screens, I guess this is this. Go live. Can you see anything?
Yes, I see our screen.
Okay, great. Let's see. 026.
Don't worry, it won't be shown on my video. I will do like the simultaneously on my map. So you are free to do whatever you want. Nobody
Well,
will
I
see your screen.
guess if the haze layer turns out to be a problem, then I guess we could departures, the ring 4 departure. Fly the ring 4 departure out of the Bakersfield, and then we'd be here at or above 5,400 if
So you
the
mean
haze
like
turns out to be too
you mean
hazy.
like even if we are like under VFR rules, then you would choose to follow the IFR procedure for safety?
Well, if I start, depends. I haven't loaded the simulator yet. But if I started a simulator and didn't like what I see, I'll just probably go for IFR on top, fly this, cancel, and then proceed
Oh,
to
okay.
the
So you would
east.
like try to get an IFR clearance.
Yeah, for at
Right.
least for this little magenta part, and then cancel and go normally. But yeah, it's a simulator, so I guess.
Yeah. Which brings me to a question, which I don't actually know the 100% correct answer to, but even though you are flying VFR, can you just follow, this procedure? Is that something that would prevent you from doing that?
Well, I guess as long as I can, or as long as visual is my primary means of navigation, I can follow any VOR I want.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
my personal opinion is that there is virtually nothing preventing you flying that, even if you file a VFR flight plan, if the visibility is still good, just for the added layer of safety, right?
Yeah, that's also an option.
So,
okay.
yeah.
And I guess
But where would that put us? What was the final fix there?
This would put
in
us at ring. I can just put it here. Ring.
Ring.
Yeah, like here.
Yep.
And I can just lower the artifact. No, that's something like that. Okay, and I guess we could from there, we could just follow Kern River and the little road here to Isabella Lake. And at this, obviously follow the valley and not go over the mountains. And if we, let's check. Well, I guess if you have a higher performance aircraft, you could go over the mountain range. If not, we could follow the road right back to Inyokan.
All the way to Inyokan.
Like so, and then stay to the left of the interstate to avoid the restricted area. I don't know, you could just put some waypoint here, like that.
Is that restricted area an issue, or would it?
Let's see. Okay. It's restricted to 505. 2505. It's unlimited. It's continuous.
Oh yes.
if we, well, I guess on VATSIM you could call Joshua Control and ask them.
On VATSIM, I don't think they really simulate that one.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, so it is an issue. While we are here, we have Bakersfield.
But normally it
LOI.
would be an issue, right? It's
Yeah.
probably something that is continuously. I don't know, is that the location of the Area 51? It's not, right? Because that is to the northwest of Las Vegas. Las Vegas, somewhere, I believe.
I'm not familiar. No idea.
Yeah, because this is still California. And
Yeah.
Area 51 is in Nevada. Okay, continue.
Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Bakersfield starts at 2000 AGL and is activated by NOTAM. So I guess for that sim, it won't be active.
And what were you looking for at?
At the Bakersfield LOA. And
Bakersfield MOA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starts at 2000 AGL, time of use by NOTAM, and controlling agency would be Los Angeles. So in either
What does
case.
What does it mean? 8,000. Actually, it's 2,000 AGL.
I did say. Did I say 8,000? Sorry, 2,000 AGL.
I believe so. Yeah.
I meant to say 2,000.
Is it a
There's
ceiling?
nothing with 8.
Is it a ceiling or the floor?
It's floor.
Yes, here it's floor. Yeah, intermittent by NOTAM.
Yeah, yeah. And the other one, it's Isabella. It says here except 3,000 AGL over wilderness areas. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely a conservation area.
Isabella.
Isabella. It's 200 AGL. It's active. And it's also Joshua. These are Zulu times as far as it's Zulu.
Yeah, I have a feeling this whole area is not really GA friendly.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of hassle, a bit of a hassle to fly in real life, I guess.
Yes, but if you want to cross, and unless you really want to go really around, then I guess you can always call Joshua Control and ask.
Yeah. If they say no, you just have to cancel, go by car. I don't know. And we also have Owens. Forgot about Owens. And Owens is on some other here. Owens. It won't load. Should be.
It was on the Los Angeles as well.
It's okay. It's also 200 AGL. It's active right now, and it's surprise also Joshua Control.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess it's pretty much everything is an MOA, and we would have to call them.
Yeah. All right.
So, but I guess as long as we avoid the restricted, we are fine. And on that sim, probably controllers mostly won't care about the MOAs.
Probably not. Yeah. So where are our turning points then? Or I call them turning points because those are the points that you define, that you will like positively identify.
Yeah, okay, I guess for ring, if we are over ring, it would be the entrance of the valley, the river we'd have to follow.
Are we able to identify ring visually or not?
Visually, I guess there isn't much to identify over ring. We could try and go for this little green valley.
Generally, I would say no.
No, not really. So
unless you're really familiar with the area.
Yeah. So I guess we would have to shoot for the valley or the road. Maybe if we at another waypoint where we go a bit southwest from ring. After ring. Okay, now it's better aligned. Yeah, the next would obviously be like Isabella. And the point after that is once we are clear of the mountains, we are looking for Inyukan Airport and some road. I guess if you could just set Inyukan Airport as our identification. If Inyukan is behind you, you have a problem. Also, don't confuse it with the other airfield here.
Yeah, that's a very valid point because the layout of the runway seems to be very similar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looks pretty pretty similar. So yeah, you need to also do dead reckoning but even if you do dead reckoning, it's only a few miles apart.
Mhm.
So
And-
don't go past the road here.
And do we go from Isabella Lake to Iniocairn like directly, or will we choose some different path?
Isabella Iniocairn, it's probably better if you follow the mountain valley unless you have higher performance aircraft. I guess you can just.
I would say that it really depends on if what altitude you want to fly at. I can see that, if I'm flying, let's say, if the visibility is good at this point, which it should be, and I'm flying at like above 8,000, I don't see any issue going direct from Isabella to Iniocairn.
Let's check the terrain. Yeah, 21,000 is a bit too high. Okay, I guess you could do 9,500. If you go at least this high, you could just go over it. But I guess this is more scenic if you wanted to.
Yes. Okay, what about from Iniocairn to our destination? General question. Is it alright if we keep it like that, and keep it as a single leg?
It depends on how fast you are. I like to do 10-minute legs. So load the right aircraft.
Well, 57 miles, that's like 30 minutes almost, I would say.
57 miles? Where do you get 57 miles?
I see 57 from Iniocairn all the way to Lone Pine.
Oh no, I inserted here the reservoir as another reporting point.
So there are basically two options, sorry to just jump into that, but I believe there is nothing wrong in keeping the whole leg as it is, as long as you identify something in the middle and maybe do some note, that, for example, for this lake, it seems to be almost exactly on the halfway, right? Like the south, basically the dam, right? So the dam seems to be exactly half away from like between that. So either you will insert the point there and do the separate calculations, or you keep it like that, but you make like a note on your map if you do some paper preparation, let's say, and just note that at half that time you should be there, and you can cross-check if you're really there. For us, it's probably better to just insert the point if we calculate the navlog digitally. But there is also an option just to don't make a turning point there, but make some note, and look for that.
Yeah. No, I have to admit, I just put a point in the middle and only saw the reservoir after the fact, but
okay.
it's good that it's here.
Yes.
But it could also be like a fork in the road here. You could use, or maybe this a bit higher mountain range to your right. So yeah. Okay, so I guess that's
What about altitudes then? Are we going to fly?
Altitudes. So since we are going to the east, we'd have to something odd plus 500. And with the terrain, if we want to go over this portion here, yeah, the lowest you could do is 9,500, something like that.
But we are not going east all the way, right?
Good point. Then we would have to descend 8,500 after Iniocairn. Or if we stay below 3,000 AGL, we can do whatever we want. So if you choose to go in the valley and it's, I don't know, 2,000 above ground, then it doesn't matter anymore.
Yes, that's correct. For me personally, I will probably fly 7,500 if I have good visibility, of course, and maybe descend to 6,500 that's just me. But you can obviously fly higher. You have more options when flying higher.
Okay.
But Thomas, one of your waypoints, doesn't it come close to the 10,500? How are you going to miss that? That lake?
This one?
Yeah, this one. So
No,
isn't that?
the lake itself, it's about 2,600 elevation.
I see. Okay.
This is the minimum safe altitude in the whole
Whole box. Okay.
box.
I
Yes.
understand.
Oh,
Thank
this
you.
one, yeah.
And I see Joshua's here. Joshua, welcome.
Long time no
Oh.
see.
Oh yeah.
Long
Yeah,
time.
Hi,
indeed.
Joshua. I noticed you arrive, but didn't want to really interrupt Christian
Of course, of course.
because he's the route maker today.
I was gathering that, yes, from the shared screen that was actually moving. So.
Yes.
I mean, look at this. Nobody would.
No, it's good.
Has to be me.
I was hoping you guys would go by Kern Valley because that's pretty tight scenery in there.
You mean like the default one, or is it some download available for it?
Just because of the mountains all around you,
Yeah.
so it's a pretty tight little pass, so it's nice, and also the fact that the MOA comes down to about 1,500 AGL around over the airport, so you could technically have an F-18 over your head.
But that's just over the airport, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because if you look at was it Isabella MOA? Yeah. It says actually that it's that it is 200 AGL.
Yeah, so really low.
So I believe that this MOA excludes airspace 1500 AGL and below applies only here. Yeah, there is actually an arrow here, so it applies only to the area around Cairn
Yeah, they
Valley.
can come right over the river at like low altitude, so up into Isabella Lake.
So it means we go 100 AGL and we are good.
Yes.
It reminds me of our Grand Canyon flight.
Yeah. So we have
Yeah.
some practice.
Yes. Now,
Yeah, don't have to worry about the F-18 wake turbulence. You know, only 100 feet above you, it should be fine.
Yeah, but we discussed that on that sim. We're just gonna ignore that.
Hmm.
But yeah, we definitely identified these MOAs.
Yeah. So if we wanted to, we could also, if you don't want to fly the ring, whatever, you could also proceed due east from the field and just follow Kern River to this valley here.
Yeah, Kern River and the road.
Yeah.
There they go, like
Stay
side by
north
side.
of the city proper and just follow the river.
Yeah.
That would be.
It's also an option. I'm looking at the ring for departure, and it basically says to fly north initially, and we know that there is a worse weather, right, to the north. So
Sit ring 4. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, if I'm looking at the latest METAR, we should have the latest one any minute now, but the last one was with 0 winds. So I would probably take one of the southeast facing runways, depart. I would be ready for the departure procedure. So you know the VFR to have like tuned and so on. But if I see that I can actually see the ground, I would just continue, you know, southeast and join the road.
This here. Let's see. I just wanted to try these fancy features. Ooh, okay, yeah. So it'd end up slightly north if you flew the ring departure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that far wrong north, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would just depart, you know, heading southeast, see how it looks like, and if I can't see, you know, then I would just forgo the procedure.
Yeah, go if you don't see anything, just go direct to Shafter and then follow the radial.
Yeah. And there is just, you know, flat area around anyway, so.
Yeah. So airspaces, that's a delta, but nothing interesting around in this area. No. Okay, right pattern 12 right and 30 right. CTAF is 118.1, knows already. And here, oh, it actually has 2 runways, grass and concrete runway.
Do we have 2? Ah, you're
It
right.
looks like it.
But
Does
we
it have any?
but we have asphalt in excellent condition and dirt in fair condition. So I would definitely prefer the asphalt one.
Yeah. Let's see, does this thing have a meter? Not really.
No.
It's one from Bishop, but it's in the same valley, so I would think it's somewhat similar weather. Well,
Mhm.
Bishop is up here, and yeah, we are. And it says 320 at 5 knots. That means we could feasibly go for a straight in.
Yeah. Trying to determine, any kind of risks associated with this airport. Is there anything obvious that we should be aware of?
Well, it's in a mountain valley, so don't fly a super wide pattern. And there's a glider area and a helicopter area, so watch out for the simulated gliders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so first of all, I will try to look at what the surface winds are predicted, or what surface winds are predicted, or let's say 9,000 feet.
Does it say 026? No. Lone Pine
Yeah,
in California.
I would say that currently the forecast is for virtually no winds. But in general, what I would be kind of wary of is that, as you said, it lies within the valley. So there is a strong possibility to either, if the wind's coming from the west, then you can have really turbulent air on the leeward side, of the mountains. It can also be funneled in the valley, so you can have that's probably the reason why we have north to south runway there, because usually probably the winds are either coming from the south or from the north. But basically, whatever direction it blows from, there is a possibility of some turbulent air there. So that is something that I would definitely watch out for. And again, I have never flown to the airport that would be, I mean, in real life, that would be in the mountainous area and such. So this is just something that I know from sources that I've been watching. So hopefully, I don't really say total nonsense.
So I guess today it seems like it's nicely funneled along the valley, and also I think there is barely any wind forecast. All of 2 knots. Okay.
Yeah, the wind should probably be non-existent today. But...
Yeah. So we can pick whatever, but why not go for a straight in? We're going from south, then. So... Well, unless there's too much traffic around you, then I guess we would have to do the proper entry into a right downwind. But yeah.
Yes, it's not that narrow for the proper entry, I would say.
Yeah. Honestly, we could just enter the pattern here. There's a bit of a bluff traffic pattern. 3-4 right, 1 mile. Okay, yeah. I guess there's plenty of space. Don't crash into this haystack mountain. That's about all. And here's the reason why we don't have left.
And if the wind is really not a factor, then we can easily land on the 1.6, right? And actually,
we could also do that, yeah.
In that case, it would be left traffic pattern and basically the same side, but we would be coming, already from the direction, so we would just make a little wider turn. But that of course assumes that we can see the airport from afar.
Yeah. So I guess if we are at, honestly, let's do a 10-mile range ring. This is what I always forget. At range ring, 10 mile. So over Owen's Lake, you should do your initial call to the
Yeah, on the
Lone
sectional,
Pine CTEF.
on the sectional, it's debatable if there is any lake. So we'll see how it looks like. Probably there is
Satellite.
something, but
Okay, it's like a salt, whatever thingy here.
yeah, but game can do whatever out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that in the real, it should be possible, you know, to above the Owens Lake to kind of divert from the path to the right, maybe head for that mine, Dolomite mine. If you know the area, that you should be able to identify that maybe. Would be something visible. And then kind of turn back to the airport, and which should put you on a nice 45-degree interception of the downwind. But again, we'll see how it looks like there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I guess departure, en route, and arrival. I guess that's about it.
Yeah, frequencies are there, right? Or
122.8.
actually, yeah, 122.8.
And 118. No, correction. 118.1.
Yes, 118.1.
And Shafter 115.4. Okay. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know, it doesn't appear too difficult, but famous last words.
Yeah, it's quite a longer flight. It's 120 miles. So pack enough fuel. And what does the latest weather say? 4 statute miles of visibility, so it's getting worse. So we should really not delay that much. And go. The wind is now reported 280 from 280 at 3. I believe that's still low enough, so we can use, you know, don't need to go into the headwind and to the north.
Just take 1-2 left anyway.
Yeah, we can. All right. Yeah, remember the delay of the weather in Microsoft Flight Sim is, I believe, around 15 to 20 minutes from the METAR, so we'll see.
Okay.
I guess that's it for today, and we can fly, right?
Yep.
So thank you for the briefing, for the route. And let's go.
Definitely lost the channel. What did you say?
What?
I wanted to stop the stream and accidentally left the channel, so I didn't hear what you said.
I was giving praise to you for that you briefed the route for us today.
Okay, thank you. I need to flight plan.
All right. So see you there, and happy flying.
Happy flying.
Happy flying.
Then let's get to it. Start the aircraft. Visibility is really not that great. Let's see how it looks like from the air. More importantly, where it gets better. So we have that one, yes. We are very low on the altitude. So let's start it. Oil pressure rising. Looks good. We are on the right tank. Oh, today I can see it quite nice. Okay, let's go VFR. That's the frequency I need. If this aircraft will be in the sim, it kind of warms up pretty quickly. Shouldn't have problems with that. Turn on the nav lights. Okay. So I will put the map there just so you can taxi. 1, 2, 3, maybe. 1, 2. Oh, we're already there. We will use the runway 12, and just for taxi, I will just review where I am. I'm there. So let's say that I can take maybe that one. Should be fine. Oh, this is the displaced threshold. Ah, let's go at least there. Will not be traveling all the way, but at least here. We'll see. Okay, the nav log that I wanted to generate. Yes. And let's fill in some of the user fixes. So that one is the Bella Lake. And the previous one is that one. That's easy and that's fine. Okay. Okay. We are on VATSIM. We don't have any controller. We are good to go. Meadows Field traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche on the stands, taxiing to runway 12 left. Meadows Field. This doesn't really look like what I'm seeing here in the sim, does it? Let's go all the way to Echo, I think. This tower, or is it next to tower? There should be Delta.
Meadows Field traffic, Caravan 702 Sierra Echo, taxiing runway 12 left. Meadows Field.
Yeah, this does not agree with the charts themselves, so let's just... I'll just go here. I can hear slightly something in the engine, so let's see what our magnetos will say. This one is good. And also good, so probably nothing. Maybe I'm just hearing bad. Okay, let's do just one. Carb heat working, very good. Idle. working. Flight controls. Looks good. Trim. I will use like that. Meadows Field traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off runway 12 left, straight out departure, Meadows Field. And just to be sure, we're on 5.4.
November 75600 is a Cessna Type 172, taxiing to runway 12, Meadows Field traffic.
Just if I need it.
Meadows Field traffic,
So-
Comanche 6529, leaving a taxi into runway 12 via Alpha, Meadows Field.
Just add power and we'll go. Brakes, gear goes up. Follow this river. Meadows Field traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning left on course 2000 feet and continuing to the east. Final call, Meadows Field. My initial course was to be like 5-0 for 5 minutes and then 9-3 for like another 3 minutes, still in climbing. So I'm just gonna fly something in the middle to get to the valley, which I'm actually doing almost. Because this will be the river that I need to follow in. So let's do that. Probably that valley there. Yeah, once we are a little bit higher, we'll be able to see that quite easily. Now I will lean a bit. And we have a nice river visible moving there. A little bit of, yeah, We are on the correct path. This is actually
Meadows
one
Field
that we will be
traffic,
following.
November 75600 is taking off from runway 12 left, Meadows Field traffic.
Meadows Field traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, type Dara Kodiak, GA parking, taxi to runway 12 left via Alpha 5, Alpha and Echo, Meadows Field.
The final course to follow will be the 45, or heading 45, which kindly corresponds with this one. So this is the valley I want to fly in. Initially climbing to 7,500. And it should take us approximately 8 minutes to get to our final first fix, which is, let me just move the map, which is that one, and there's like real bend in the road, or probably flying. There is the water body, or a slight something that I think is this one. Oh, that's just, yeah, that bend will not be very visible there. Just gonna continue
Meadows Field
there.
traffic, Caravan 702 Sierra Echo, taking off runway 12 left east departure, Meadows Field.
Seems like an option for that. It's kind of difficult to say. But I don't believe we are here, I believe we are there. And in that case, there should be this Isabella Lake quite soon. Or Lake Isabella. Anyway, we are very close to our top of climb.
Meadows Field traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima is taking off from 12 left crosswind departure, Meadows Field.
I'll switch the tanks.
Meadows Field traffic, Caravan 702 Sierra Echo, turning left crosswind, runway 12 left, 1,800 climbing, Meadows Field.
I can already see Isabella Lake, I believe, so let's head there. Yeah, let's try to use this one. will run it aggressively lean.
Meadows Field traffic, code 36 Foxtrot at Echo, departing runway 12 left 45-degree departure. Meadows traffic.
Meadows Field traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima, upwind 12 left, 1,500, departing the air to the southeast. Meadows Field.
So visibility much better here, as expected. And we have quite a long flight ahead of us. Sit back and relax. The compartment is open again.
Meadows Field traffic, code 36 Foxtrot, upwind 12 left 1,500, climbing 9,500, departing to the east, final call, Meadows Field.
Probably turn off navigation lights. Oh. Safe. So I'm totally hands off right now. Not touching the controls at all. Maybe just slight rudder trim. Okay, now I touched the controls. Engine instruments looking good. We have more fuel in the left tank, we are consuming from the left tank, so everything is in order. We're climbing very slightly, just gently trim down. And if I look at the overall time it should take us to get to Isabella Lake, it's 16 minutes. I'm gonna be there maybe a little bit faster, we'll see. But not that much. Because I'm actually looking at the farthest part of Isabella Lake. If I go, let's go to the outside view just for a while, see if we can get any nice screenshots. This looks nice. It's loud outside. I'm just still climbing a bit, so don't really want to go down on power. I'm consuming 10.1, 10.2 gallons per hour. It's very good. And I guess we can start to monitor this one. Yes, there are virtually no winds. If it makes for a really smooth sailing. Or last week we had like 50 knot wind at this altitude, I believe, and now we have like 7, 5, something like that. It's gonna take more than 16 minutes to get all the way there, I reckon. Let's sing the compass. It should be pointing to 4. Oh, actually 5. But in any case, after this one, it's gonna be 7-9er. I believe that we can kind of go. So 16, almost 17. So let's do 17 there. We're gonna turn. Completely hands off again. Not touching the controls at all. So there was one option to actually follow this road and the valley, or just fly it over. Right? We are flying over. Should be fine. Obviously, we are in the mountains, so if anything happens with the engine, it might have some dire consequences. So real life, I would follow the valley. It gives more options to glide to safe distance, and it adds maybe 2 minutes to the flight maximum, so that's fine. This is probably the highest peak, at least from what I could see, and it might be this one. We'll see. Oh, I haven't started. Oh, I reset it. I reset the overall timer. Oh my. Wanted to start this one. Yeah, sometimes I just confuse the two, so I'm gonna use that one for now for the first leg, but obviously this is not the complete trip. The complete trip we started at 12:12 local time, so we are flying for 20 minutes right now, and we are deviating a little bit from our course. Let's try not to do that. Right, engine working beautifully. I estimate at least it's just 15, 30, 7.5. I estimate it's like 20 minutes or so until the tanks are really like the same fuel levels in both tanks. This is on the same. We are getting over the mountains, so probably getting some of the turbulence out of that. It's so quiet here.
Enjoying the view.
The view is nice. That is true.
Kind of forgot the top of descent planning, but yeah, it's not too far to descend, so I guess it's fine.
So over the airport and to dive.
Yeah.
So
just
you
it's
you
an
got
Astral, it can dive bomb.
so you got those dive flaps, right, on your aircraft?
Yeah, I could fly the PC-6 because this thing can do beta descent. So you could put the propeller into beta, and you can just point the nose downward, go into idle, and it won't accelerate below above 120 knots or so.
Oh.
They designed it this way. Like if you drop off, I don't know, paratroopers, and you can return to the airfield really quickly.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But I don't know if any PC-6 has it properly modeled. I don't think so. If it had, I would have gotten it already.
Really, the Otter might have something similar, right?
Which aircraft?
The Otter.
The Otter. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. So, which one of you already tried 2024 version?
Me.
And what's your verdict?
After not testing it.
What?
No, I said not me. Sorry.
Yeah, you said not me. Okay, I understood me.
Well,
all right.
You asked who tested, and I answered anyway. So it's me not being able to keep my mouth shut.
It's all right. Well, that total discrepancy between the airspeeds decided it for me that it's not gonna be for me right now.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, I guess I'll give it another 6 months, I think.
Yeah. Well, before I started 2020 using 2020, it was like already more than a year in released, but I haven't been flying at all, like 3 or 4 years before that, before I started 2020. So it was not that I would be using something else. It's just that I wasn't using any kind of simulator at that time. It's hard to imagine now, after 3 years, that there was such a time that I was not flying, but there you go.
Yeah.
Dark ages.
Is there a feature in 2024 which is absolutely new and different?
I believe they added carrier mode.
What's
So
carrier mode?
you can like have a virtual carrier.
Oh, career mode. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My son mentioned that. He said,
Yeah.
Dad, let's fly there and I'll try the career mode. Okay.
Yeah, but what totally broke it for me was that you had higher ground speed than true airspeed in a headwind scenario. It was like, it's a deal breaker, I don't want to fly such a simulator that cannot get the basic thing right.
Sorry, what was that again, Thomas?
If you check, at the Seagull discard in the general section, there is a picture. I was on the approach. I had a 5-knot headwind, but my ground speed was 2 knots higher than my true airspeed. The ground speed should have been 5 knots slower, like less than the true airspeed, but for some reason I was flying into the headwind and still had higher ground speed than moving through the air. So I don't know.
Okay.
Why. Well, I can see Neocairn. Can say hello to that airport again, and I won't fly all the way to it. I'll just turn left to follow the road. No reason to fly all the way there.
Yeah, makes sense. So I hang out on the Simwork Studios Discord as well, and they say the SDK is really vastly improved. So my hope is that the add-on developers will knock it out of the park, but I guess they just need time. In the meantime, I'll just happily fly the Kodiak and the PC-12 in 2020. That's good enough for me. They're both getting another update for 2020, so yeah, I'll be good for another year at least, I think.
Yeah. What I'm really looking forward to is that improved CPU usage.
Yeah.
Again.
All these under the hood changes.
And what?
All these under the hood changes.
Yes. And I noticed when I, was trying that you can now like exit the aircraft, right? And I tested it in a way that I did not connect my flying hardware. So I just loaded the Cessna with keyboard and mouse. I tried to start the engine just with Control E, and it wouldn't start for the heck of me. And then I exited the plane and noticed that there was like a engine cover on it, so it wasn't getting any air. So I needed to remove that and all the chocks and that one. And then I just applied power and let the autopilot take off. Kind of control it with the autopilot. I just wanted to see what it looks like from above and so on. And then I also landed it with autopilot on without any yaw control.
Yeah.
I believe I hit the nose wheel first, but
it's a virtual nose wheel. So if you're running around now, are there now cats you can pet?
I don't know. Maybe there will be some mods.
Unplayable otherwise.
Yeah, cat mode.
was a Steam game years ago. I think you can still buy it. It was called Goat Simulator. Just you could be a goat.
Yeah, I believe I saw it.
Yeah. So you could use the buttons to move around, and you could bleed, and you could lick stuff, and that's it. And the goat was indestructible.
Oh my god. How much was it? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know, below $10. I guess it's you can probably get it super cheap now.
I didn't buy it.
No, I think wait, I'm not sure if I got it on the just played it for the free weekend or if I actually bought it. I don't know.
If you bought it, don't even say it.
I know for a fact that I gifted it to a friend because he's a farmer. So here you have this goat simulator.
You know there are also farming simulators.
Yeah, that's not as funny as goat simulator.
It's not.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because he has mostly sheep, but he also has, I don't know, maybe 5 goats.
Oh my god. What some people will come up with, I just...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Okay, no, I don't think that's Inyokern, that's the other one.
I saw Inyokern, I hope. Because I just overflew the mountains and immediately there was the airport very close to it.
Yeah, because I'm not past the mountains yet. So I'm just kind of looking at the flat field, so I have the feeling that's not Inyokern what I'm seeing here.
I will check on the little nav map after the flight if I was actually at the correct place. But I believe I was, because there was a road before that, right? Very shortly before that, and now I believe I saw Inyokern.
Yeah, you're right, there's a road, and there's actual Inyokern, and not... Okay, now I can see it as well.
So you saw both airports?
Now I do, but a minute ago I only saw the one, I think.
Okay.
Let's see here, yeah, they're pretty much lined up in a straight line. Ooh.
Yeah. So you didn't see it over your nose?
It's Kodiak has a huge nose.
Well, you need to fit that turbine somewhere.
Yeah. PC-12 has an even longer nose. I only have long-nosed aircraft.
I wonder what those designers were compensating for, you know.
For some reason I felt compelled to design this. Strange.
Well, I have descended to 6,500 now.
Let's see.
Because I turned north.
Is 4,700. Okay, yeah. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as well when I turn.
And it's a little bit more bumpy at this altitude.
Yeah.
At least it's more fun.
Yeah.
So now I need to fly at least like almost 25 minutes in a straight line.
There's Inyokern. There's the road. Okay, going well enough so far. Even be enough time to check if I actually have Goat Simulator in my Steam library. No, I'm not actually online in Steam. I'll check after. I've honestly forgotten. I really need to check. Years ago.
you have Goat Simulator, you should get the Squirrel with a Gun game.
There was...
I heard you in Discord and Watson.
Yes. It's even better than meow on guard frequency, discussing Goat Simulator on the frequency.
Yeah. Like.
Well done, Joshua. And it was even the one that most people will listen to. You know, it's not in CTAF or.
Yeah.
Like...
122.8. That's awesome.
But again, the hearability is like maybe 30 miles. So.
Yeah, I doubt anybody else is in this area of the map. Not as funny.
I have a feeling that lake that or that reservoir we identified is probably quite empty, at least in the sim. At least according to the time I'm like flying this lake. I should be seeing that already, and I don't really see any big water, or maybe it is ahead. We'll see. Maybe it's ahead and I'm just slower. Might be. So, disregard. I have some problem with the scenery here though. Those tiles are really changing colors very sharply.
Where are you? Oh, I think I can a few miles ahead.
Yeah, I believe I'm just 3 minutes or so from that reservoir, from the South Havey. And on the left side, you know, the mountains are kind of brownish, and then there's like a line, like demarcation line, and then it's light again. But I did install some terrain from those seasons, from how is it called? Echo season?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So might be that there is some problem with that one. They said it's an experimental version. In the distance, I see some white plains, even on the ground. So we'll see when we come closer if we have some snow extending to the valley.
Did it snow the past few days here? Still pretty warm.
So could it be snow?
Oh, maybe. No, it doesn't really model heat blur, does it? No, it doesn't.
Heat blur?
Yeah, from Death Valley.
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite a pronounced effect. I remember from driving through here somewhere nearby, like years ago. But
yeah, I hadn't like studied meteorological, you know, phenomena when driving there myself, so I wouldn't know. I need to take your word for it.
It's like it's like looking at the mirror, more or less.
Oh. Yeah, the changing color is really... It's funny.
I'm not seeing that yet.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem, that I selected to install the terrain with the echo season. But then again, I have been seeing, you know, such tiles also in the default scenery before.
Yeah.
So last 27 miles for me.
You still need to Haley. Need to reach Haley. It's supposed to be 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Okay, I'm still a ways off. Oh, you really need to stay left of the interstate, because at one point it will start right on the right side, the restricted area.
Oh. In that case, I'm flying in the restricted area.
No, it
Well,
starts on the right and you on the left.
I'm on the right of the road.
You are? Oh,
And
yeah, then
and I have been. Well, I'm not in that restricted area anymore because I left it past behind me already.
okay.
But I was probably there, wasn't paying attention. Hopefully, I'm not gonna get some phone number to call. Hey,
Phone number.
yeah, hey, Bruska, if you violated the restricted on VATSIM, now you're suspended.
Oh, if you... then the network would be empty, really.
What would be empty?
The network, VATSIM, would be empty if this got you a suspension.
That's true. But I'm not proud of myself that I kind of forgot that I need to stay left of the road. I just didn't want to go closer to the mountains, I guess. I don't know. I need to find some excuse.
Didn't really happen because nobody was there to see it.
Oh, I'm looking at the airport diagram in Little Nav Map, and I don't want to be landing at 1.6. It's a very long way to taxi.
6, it's
Because the dirt runway is actually very close to the stands.
yeah.
But
I might just land on the dirt runway, eh? Do I have the oh, I have the Kodiak variant with the bush tires, so
yeah.
just... I guess 1, 3 and 3, 4 have right patterns. So the dirt track has a left pattern.
Yeah.
Or what? How interesting.
We'll probably try 1.6 and try to brake before that intersection. We'll probably not manage, but we'll try for it.
Let's see how much is that. Measure distance, 1,200 feet.
Oh, then I should be able to do it.
That's challenging.
It is. I need to float before the runway already.
Maybe able to with reversers and full brakes. Maybe.
Do you think I can get some reversers installed in the air?
I mean the beta reverse.
Okay, I should be planning the descent right now, I believe. Alrighty, so it's probably salt, and this is snow, but this might be also snow, but salt, I don't know. Temperature is quite high, so I don't believe snow would probably leaking. Anyway, I purposefully turned to the right a little bit to kind of make a wider arc. Should not be able to see the airport anyway yet. But let's think aloud. From the last one, it should have been like 10 and 2, so like 12 minutes, maybe 13 minutes. Let's say 12. And then it's also like 23 and 4, so 27 miles. 10 miles out is approximately 2/3 of that time, so let's say at 8 minutes I will be 10 miles from the airfield, roughly. So I'm gonna make my call. The airport elevation is 3,700 feet, so the traffic pattern altitude
There's
4,700.
Owen's Lake. It's not all salt.
Yeah, on the outskirts of the lake. So 1 more minute and I will make that call. At this point I will also switch tanks and we'll finish the flight on the right one. Start getting back, or I mean getting on back on the course. I'm now running parallel or flying parallel to the intended course. So I just need to descend 2,000 feet to get to the traffic pattern altitude. That's very easy to be done. Maybe just after I make the call. Lone Point traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie is a Piper Comanche, about 10 miles southeast of the airfield at 6,700 feet. We'll be entering left downlane for runway 16, full stop landing, Lone Valley. If I can find it. And let's also then start descending a bit. Could this be the airport already? Nah, there's some ridges there. Yeah, it's actually not very far from the Owens Lake. Very close. So it can very well be that one. Yeah, there is some water body, so the airport might be someplace there. Yeah, it's... Oh, in that case I'm too high, so let's cut it a little bit more. Just select the fuel pump and landing lights already on. But in that... No, it cannot be that one because the dirt runway would be coming like that from the mountains. Probably gonna be there somewhere. Yeah. But let's descend anyway. There is some river. Okay. We follow the river. No, is it a road? Road and a river. Ah, I believe I see the dirt strip. Maybe. Yeah. Well, let's go down and we'll see. Enrich the mixture a bit. Well, time-wise, I'm very close, so I will... And there is also a city, and the city is to the north of the airfield. Okay, so the airfield must be there.
It's actually snow.
Which is strange in 10 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, maybe it snowed, I don't know, a few days ago and it hasn't all melted.
Lone Pine, traffic Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie entering left downwind runway 16 at 45, Lone Pine. Okay, let's drop the gear and the first notch of flaps. There we go. Landing gear is green, so safe. See the runway, we'll see if we can land on it or not. We'll try to make like 80 knots or 80 miles the approach speed. Lone Pine traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning left base, runway 16, full stop, Lone Pine.
Lone Pine traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, type Daha Kodiak, 10 miles south, 6,500 for landing runway 16, Lone Pine.
So prop is full forward now. Lone Pine traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning final, runway 16, full stop, Lone Pine. Okay, I need to slow down. I really want to land short. Again, landing gear is down. Full flaps. Still floating. Oh, let's say I did make it. Oh, chart, look for traffic, okay. Lone Pine traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, vacated runway 16 and taxiing to the apron. Lone Pine.
Lone Pine traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, 5 miles south, 4,700, will enter a left downwind, runway 16 at 45 degrees, Lone Pine.
So the whole flight took 38 plus 17, which is 55. Lone Pine traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, crossing runway 1331 at the taxiway. Lone Pine. Again, the strobe lights seems to be good. Lone Pine traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, runway 1331 vacated. Lone Pine. Okay, now let's find me some parking space. So they are to the right here. Probably parking 5 is a nice one that I can use. Okay, this one. Last station calling, that was just static to me.
Thank you. Lone Pine traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima is about 10 miles to the south. We'll be in a left downwind for 16, Lone Pine.
Lone Pine traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, left downwind, runway 16.
And I will actually tow it. Even with people inside. Like so, I believe. Something like that. Or do we go like that? Okay. Yeah, it'll probably go like that because those are for tying up the wings, I suppose. Alright. Now I can do parking brake. But this is like this airport. Make a picture. Actually, let's tie it down. Bring up the... No, that's... I need to go inside the cockpit, bring down the tablet, and let's do tie downs. How does it look like? Almost there. Okay, I will call it... Yeah, so those are tie downs. I stopped almost perfectly. So let's actually do the other. And I can release the parking brake. I have. Right. Also do one with the closed baggage door. Remove the headphones. Alright, so that was a very nice flight, albeit a little bit longer, but I do hope that you enjoyed it anyway. And see you next week. Bye bye.